Alright guys, what is up? I thought I'd just bring you some ladder games today. There's no event going on. Crate challenges tomorrow, so we'll be doing some crate challenges tomorrow. But today, I thought I'd bring you just some regular ladder. This is obviously Tuesday. I'm filming this. It'll probably be coming out tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. But yeah, we're going to be playing snipers. I think this deck's decent. This is my preferred sniper deck at the moment. I like playing, I think these 4 units are pretty core in sniper decks. You normally play missile sniper, pitbull, dogs. This is pretty standard. Jackson is probably the best commander with snipers now. Liang is kind of bad. It used to be just you play Liang with everything, but Liang's kind of bad now. Solomon's not great because you tend to make because your snipers are quite expensive. You don't save up a lot of money. Strong arm is an acceptable option as well. You could definitely play strong arm instead of Jackson, but because I'm playing Predator, I really want to have Jackson to speed them up. Yeah, so these 4 are core. I'm playing Predator as my anti-tank unit. I'm happy to just play tank wars. I also think Predator is reasonably well positioned at the moment. And then the deck is, these 5 are very, very weak to both Giga and MLRS, artillery, Juggernaut, that kind of thing. Those can be a real beating. So we're playing Orca as our last unit. GDI has the versatility of being able to play Missile and Pitbull as its only anti-air, because Pitbull is so good. You can actually get away with just these 2 as your only anti-air units. You could cut the, I mean, the Orca and the Predator are the ones you could easily change. I wouldn't really change the first 4, but Orca and Predator can be anything else, pretty much. As long as one of them kills vehicles. You need something that kills tanks, but as long as one of them does that. Alright, so after an epic queue time, we have got Morton, who is Masters League. So I guess the no Tiberian players around for me to queue into, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to open dogs, get a scout unit out there, see what Morton does first. I'm going to keep dancing back on and off this pad, because I want to charge the missile, but I also want to get vision of his base to see his first unit. Like, I want to see if he builds a building without building a unit. But he's gone shocks, which obviously doesn't work out great for him, because I've opened War Factory. What we're going to do is get the dogs to chip away at the shocks. Going to go for a 3rd dog here, because he's going to move in like this, and we want all 3 of our dogs to kill his missiles. Yep, like this. I'm going to send one of the dogs off to contest the shock. It looks like he's trying to stall the game, so I'm gonna let him charge, and as soon as this dies, I move on to keep charging. He goes Mohawk. Okay, so we're going to go straight to missiles. Mohawk is one of the best units against this deck, because obviously it beats Pitbull's 1v1, and the only anti-air units we have is Pitbull and Missile, so should be able to kill this shock trooper here fairly easily. There he goes. Send the missiles to fight the Mohawk. So what we're going to be doing here now is we're going to be primarily making missiles and a sniper. So missiles will beat Talon on defense. The main thing we have to worry about is the shock troopers. So we're going to need some snipers for that. Looks like he wants to get my half, loses his Mohawk, sends another Mohawk up here, thinking I might be double, but I'm not. Alright, so there's the shocks. So we need snipers now, but we need to get a pop cap to build them. So we're going to back up, because he's probably going to send his shocks at my snipers. Here they come. I'm going to boost, because obviously I don't want to lose all my snipers. Oh, sorry, missiles. Don't want to lose my missiles. And then we're going to get pitbulls to defend these snipers. Because we've got missiles already, but missiles are going to be weak to the shocks, so we get pitbull. We basically want to combo pitbull plus pitbull missile to defend my snipers. Because his anti-infantry is shocks and talons. So if I have pitbull and missile, I should be able to deal with both of those fairly easily. And there you go, you see the sniper wall doing its job. We just make a wall of anti-vehicle, we make a sniper. And he just keeps throwing units at it, but he never gets there. And we'll just go contest this 3rd pad now the missile's about to fire. And there it is, guys. This is actually a big piece of advice that I think is given incorrectly often. People often say contest all 3 pads. But what you should actually do is win 2 pads. And then when you are comfortable that you've won the 2 pads, go and contest the 3rd one. Because if I was simply throwing units to that top pad that wouldn't win, like I was sending missiles up there or whatever, they just die to the shocks. I wouldn't get any value out of them. So it's better to win these 2 middle pads, or the bottom pad and the middle pad, and then go and contest the top pad, rather than trying to contest all of them. Okay, so we've queued into Vertigo, rank 7 GDI. We're currently, what, rank 5 GDI, I think? So it should be a pretty interesting game. He's playing Solomon, which means he's almost certainly on that Reb Solomon deck. Yep, he's aggressively charging, because that's what the Reb Solomon deck does. This matchup, I think, is probably decent for me. This map is very good for him, though. Yeah, this map favors the cheap air spam quite heavily. But the matchup, I think, is okay for me. It'll come down to whether the map is enough. It's a pretty close matchup. But snipers are great versus jump jets, and then he has to use like drone swarm to kill my snipers. And drone swarm is terrible versus pit bull, so I've also got like predator tank to kill pit bulls, which we're going to avail ourselves of now. And then he's going to go jump jets next. So when he goes jump jets, we need to go snipers to fight them. This is why we've been stalling, basically. Because we need to get to this point where we can afford these snipers. Alright, I don't know if the sniper... It looks like the snipers aren't quite going to be in time. It's going to be very close, though. No, it's not quite going to be quick enough. So we lose first missile because we can't respond to jump jets quickly enough. But now he has to try and kill our snipers with things like dogs. He has to kill our snipers with things like dogs and drone swarm and talon. So we can just defend with pit bulls. Yep, here comes the drone swarm as expected. Drone swarm is very, very bad against GDI, so you know. We just need to make sure that we punish his drone swarms over and over. Here comes some more jump jets. Obviously using the drones to push in to buy time for the jump jets. So we use our snipers to clean those up. And we just want to make pit bulls here, I think. If he spams a ton of pit bulls, then we'll go predator tank again. But for now, we just want pit bulls. Potentially we'll go missile troopers. Missile troopers kill everything 1v1 in his deck except rifles, which obviously we can kill with the snipers. So we'll probably transition into missiles here. Get some missiles down bottom. And we basically just want to out-micro him in the pit bull war, because as you can see, he's just spamming pit bulls. Alright, so we should be in... Actually, we're in a little bit of trouble here, because there's one dog. This one dog is hurting us a lot. Alright, so we're gonna get the pit bulls in here. I'm just gonna spam pit bulls. He's gonna go jump jets. We're gonna send a pit bull up here to try and contest. And grab a sniper squad. Obviously, he has to spend a lot of time microing his rifles to block out the pit bull. And our snipers can just clean up the jump jets. There you go. So yeah, as I said, the later the game goes, the better it gets for us. The first missile was really hard because we couldn't answer jump jets, but now that we have snipers, things get a little bit easier. It'll just come down to whether or not he can steal a missile from me, basically. At some point, he's going to try and... Alright, this sniper squad is now useless because it's 2-man. At some point, he's going to try and iron cannon me. Probably near the end of a missile. And if he gets a good iron cannon off, he'll win. And if we prevent that from happening, then we'll probably win. That's really what this matchup will come down to. Yeah, as you can see, he's desperately trying to get at my 3-man sniper and basically ignoring my 1-man sniper. Because he doesn't care about the 1-man at all. He only cares about the 3-man sniper. There's the iron cannon. This is actually not that great timing, I think. We can easily rebuild, and we have time to get back on the pad. So I think that iron cannon was a little premature. Now all we need to do is win the game, basically, before iron cannon cooldown is finished. So we should be... Oh, shit. Ooh, yeah, okay, we're okay. I thought I might have messed it up there, but we're alright. The pit bull on the bottom managed to kill out the drone swarm in time. And that should mean we win here. I think. It depends if the snipers top die. Oh, they did. Okay, now we lose. Yeah, there's another iron cannon. Oh, we won. He didn't get on the pad. He missed it. And we win. There you go, guys. That was pretty close, though. The map is definitely good for him because jump jets and drone swarm are amazing on Mesa. But the matchup is good for me because snipers and pit bulls beat jump jets and drone swarm.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so we're up against Noid Hex. Noid Hex is a very talented player. I talk about him quite a lot on my videos. He's a very good deck builder. Very good at building decks. So, he's been playing Giga quite a lot lately. Giga is quite a difficult matchup for me because, as I said, my first 5 cards are weak to Giga Cannon. That's why the Orca is in there. But Orca is not like an amazingly super duper hard counter to Giga. It's decent, but it doesn't like utterly wreck Gigas. Because obviously it's quite easy to defend a Giga from it's quite easy to defend a Giga Cannon from a thingy, from an Orca. Okay, so we're gonna go straight into Predator Tank here. To be careful not to mess up my pathing. By blocking off the middle area, I can mess up the pathing of my raider unit. Yep, there is the Giga as expected. So the way to fight Giga is to not let it charge up, basically. You want to do this a lot. Alright, here we go. So we're going to push in now. He's given us an opening. We're going to push in with double Predator. Try and take out the Giga. It should die to 2 Predator shots. Yep, there it is. Very nice. Do need to lose this one-man dog and get some snipers out. We're kind of broke though. It's going to be a little while before we can get snipers. Alright, here's the snipers. He's going for another Giga. We need to bring down this Predator, I think. We need to lose this missile. So snipers are actually decent against his deck because he wants to... what am I trying to say here? He wants to, like, just sit here on... he wants to sit with a wall of missiles in front of his Giga. And snipers can kill off those missiles, which can be very useful. Alright, so he hasn't managed to do much with the Giga yet, which is good. We need to stay the hell away from it, though. It's really important to not let it charge up. Alright, we've got the Predator tank to counter the Giga as well. Oh, sorry, the Chuggy. Alright, we're going to push in here, try and get some damage. Obviously that didn't work out great, so we'll back away. We need to get some more snipers to kill off his blockers. And then what we really need to do is get another Predator and find a time to push in. We're going to push in here with the missiles. Missiles, of course, not the best against Giga. Giga, once it charges up, will kill them pretty easily, and he's got the Chuggy. So we really want to go Orca here, I think. We want to go Orca and we want to try and snipe this Giga as quickly as possible. I'm going to boost this, because if I can get rid of the Giga, it's huge. Yeah, this is a big deal. We do lose the snipers though, so we're gonna go dogs to try and deal with the missiles because we don't have enough for some more snipers yet. This is 3 Gigas. Yeah, this is a Giga is definitely a huge problem for my deck, especially since the Chuggy prevents us using infantry to fight it ever. Alright, so we'll get a Predator and boost it. It's not gonna do much, I think. Yeah, Giga is super difficult to fight with this deck. This is not even a very good Giga map, it's just really difficult to ever push in against the Giga. I need to get rid of this Chuggy as well. I do think that this is a very good Giga deck. So leaving him with like damaged units like this can be pretty good against a Giga. I'm gonna boost this and one-shot that, and then go in with the missiles. As you can see, the missiles just don't even touch the thing. They do actually nothing. I don't know why I made an Orca here. It's just I just suicided an Orca for no reason. I don't think we're going to be able to push in against this Giga again, to be honest with you. Trick is to make the Giga move around so it's not where he wants it to be. Yeah, like this. Alright, so now we just go middle. Let's go middle hard. Get the Orca down. Yeah, there it is. That's how you beat it. You just have to make the Giga be in an awkward position so you can take 2 of the pads. Ooh, difficult matchup. Difficult matchup, but yeah, we do get there.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we're up against Peter. He's playing a all War Factory Liang deck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open missiles because I know he's opening dogs. I'm not a huge fan of even opening the missiles. I think maybe I should have opened Predator, Pitbull, sorry. Should have opened the Pitbull, I think. What he's going to do is he's going to make dogs, and then he's going to transition into APC to fight my missiles. That's what he normally does. So what I want to do is go missiles into Predator, but that's a lot more expensive. His deck is usually pretty weak first missile. Takes him a little while to get going. So we're just going to back up like this. We're going to make a wall of missiles, which means we should win this. We should win pretty easily in this fight. And then we want to go for a Predator tank because we know he's going to go APC. Wow, those dogs are doing way more than I'd expected. Given that it's a 3v3, I thought that I would win that by a lot more. Okay, so now we just hold him off and we win the first missile. There we go. Now we Predator tank, and then it's going to turn into a Predator mirror basically. He's going to Predator tank as well, and then we're just going to Predator mirror. He obviously has an advantage in the Predator mirror on account of having Liang. Liang is actually better than Jackson in a Predator mirror. And the missiles are worthless. Like, my missiles are worthless because he doesn't have any infantry. He doesn't have any... Sorry, what I meant to say is his missiles are going to be better than mine. Because I have to go into vehicles. I have to use these... I have to use these snipers to fight his missiles, which is an expensive and then useless unit. Alright, so we want to snipe this thing while it's trying to heal up. We need to kill it here. If it gets away, we're in a lot of trouble. Go away. That sucks. That's very, very bad for me. The key to winning this matchup, I think, is just to keep the pressure on.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Make the missile fire before he has a chance to get insane value out of Liang.
Unit lost.
This is the guy that makes me think that Liang is not as dead as everyone thinks he is. Because like you watch this game, he's healed like 2 predators to full and an APC to full with Liang. That's like an extra 100, 200 Tiberiums worth. Oh yeah, and he plays Borker as well. He also plays Slingshot. His deck is the most toxic of all decks in existence. It is absolutely miserable playing against this guy. Alright, I think we're dead. This is also the best map for him.
Unit ready.
Yeah, we're super dead here.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Warhead launched.
Gonna surrender. This one's over. I can't win on that map against his deck.
Structural damage perceived. Mission failed.
Yeah, just Predators and APC is not a Fortress deck.
New objective received.
Alright, so we're against Vertigo. Vertigo's deck is pretty weak to Predator tank, except for Shade. Shade is such an obnoxious unit that his deck is actually decent against Predator still. I think we want to be stalling here. We're playing a Sniper deck, so the map is very good for us. To be fair, the map is definitely an advantage. Alright, he's going to try and shoot my dogs, which I'm okay with. He's going to shoot my Pitbull and then run away. This is how you play Bike versus Pitbull. As you see, he eats up a lot of the reload time by just retreating, which means the Bikes can 1v1 the Pitbull successfully. What I'm going to do is go Predator tank. He doesn't have a Scorpion, so he doesn't really have a clean answer to Predator apart from Shade. As you can see, the Pitbull died, it killed 1 Bike. This is how you win with Bikes against Pitbulls. You just make them and run away. You just make them, yeah, just shoot and then run away. That's the trick. So he's probably going to go, oh, he's going straight to Shade. Wow, okay. I thought he was going to go missiles here, but he's going straight into Shade. So I'm going to go missiles. And then we're going to need snipers because he's going to go for Fnatic. I'm actually just going to preemptively bring these up. Yeah, there's the Fanatics, as expected. As I said, this is a very good map for me. It's pretty hard for his Fanatics to get in there. His best chance of winning is a drill pod on my snipers, but because he's gone triple building, he can't afford a drill pod now. So yeah, as the game progresses, his best ways to win is going to be drill podding my snipers and clearing them out at critical moments. And my best way to win is going to be Missile Fortress with snipers behind. Missile Fortress with snipers behind doesn't actually beat Fanatics. If you just throw Fanatics at snipers, they win. Which is why I have dogs in the deck. Because you need to block with a vehicle. Yeah, I think this missile, that missile I'm okay with losing. I need to block with dogs. As I said, he's going to drill pod, so I'm actually going to block here with my Pitbull so he can't drill pod as easily. And then we're going to boost this. Yep, that's the drill pod. We can move down and make sure it's blocked constantly. Move the snipers back one. Oh no, he even uses this. He even uses the Shade to counter the snipers, because once I lose a sniper model, the snipers are pretty bad. Alright, so we get more snipers. Let's shoot those ones. He's now going stealth tank. I need to spam Pitbulls here to fight the Shades and Stanks. If I can afford it, I'll try and get a missile as well. But I don't think I have time right now. So yeah, it's just going to be Pitbull spam for a while. His deck's pretty weak to Pitbull spam. The only unit he has that can stop me just spamming Pitbulls is a laser. And he doesn't want to make lasers against the snipers. But yeah, I think we need to win the missile before he gets drill pod again. If he gets drill pod again, then we're in trouble. Alright, looks like we've got it here. Yeah, very good map for us. Very, very good map for us. The snipers are just, like, it's so easy to protect snipers, and then his deck doesn't do so well.
Mission accomplished.
Whatever.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Alright. We're gonna go dogs. And we see no rush, so we'll go halves. Opponents open barracks.
Unit ready.
And we'll go second dog. See what Hugo over here does. And he's looking to stall. I don't want to let that happen. He's gonna tech switch because he hasn't made another unit yet. I think it's very weird to make just like a rifleman and then AFK for a bunch of time, but whatever. There's a Mohawk, so we go missiles.
Building online.
The thing about the stall is it costs him so much time. But now I have 3 units to his 2. And I'm going to win this missile pretty confidently here, it looks like. I've got missiles going to both pads. I'm going to send this dog up here so he can't stall with the Mohawk as well. Yep, so we win that missile super easily. We didn't even lose a unit yet. I'm actually just letting these dogs die because I don't want them.
Ready.
And then we'll bring in the snipers. So we're just going to play sniper missile for a bit. See what he has. If he doesn't have anything that can beat sniper missile, we'll just stick with that. And as you can see, we're going to focus on these 2 pads. We're not going to worry about the 3rd pad until the missile's about to fire. So he's going for my harvester because, you know, he's a Rivals player. And every single person who has ever touched Rivals is immediately imbued with a rock-hard desire for harvester kills. And, yep, I mean, sure, man, you can run around all you want. You're not doing anything. And there's a Wolverine, so we'll make a Predator and boost it forwards.
Unit enhanced.
So we kill the Wolverine insanely easily because Wolverine sucks. There's another Wolverine and the game's over. Alright, cool. Tough game. Tough game and stuff.
Nuclear weapon launched.
Cool.
Objective complete.
Alright guys, so now we're going to switch to NOD. The deck I'm playing at the moment is this buggy catship deck. So this deck I think is pretty interesting. I think that buggy is pretty good in this metagame. There's a lot of air units, like light air units. And there's a lot of infantry-based, like, decks. I think there's not that many tanks around, basically. And tank is what really punishes buggy. Tank and shade are the 2 things that really punish buggy. So there's quite a lot of shade still, but there's not that many tanks. Anyway, what I was going to say is, if you're going to play buggy, I think it's really important to play tank. Because a lot of GDI players are going to respond to buggy with Pitbull, and you really need to have a Scorpion tank to punish it. You also want to be able to mirror tanks. Like, if your opponent does have tanks to kill your buggy, you want to use your own tanks to kill them. Also, having the buggy is really important in the theory of this deck, because if you open rifles and your opponent has heavy infantry, being forced to go into air tower and only having access to catship and phantom is really bad, because you don't have a good anti-vehicle unit in the air tower plus barracks. So it's really important to be able to go war factory and still have a good anti-vehicle unit. Basically, it's more important to have good anti-ground than it is to have good anti-air in the early game. And then you can afford to wait until the late game to get your Phantom out. So I do think this is a good build of the deck. You can change the buggy into bikes, but then you have the same problem of having to, when you have to go catship, it's really bad. When you have to go catship first. But if you don't have to go catship early, it's really powerful. Okay, so we're going to open rifles. I shouldn't have opened rifles because we're against Peter, who doesn't play infantry. But, you know, if I didn't know what he was playing, I'd open rifles. We don't really want to... I'm not sure if we want to charge. I think we do want to charge. This deck is kind of weak early game. He usually loses first missile. Like, he usually just concedes it, basically. Because he just can't beat laser spam in the early game. He has to go APC to fight it. So we do want to charge and be pretty aggressive with it. Alright, so we'll back this guy up. I think actually, I know a lot of people like don't think dogs are good, but I actually think dogs are really, really strong. I think they're a really powerful unit. Like, they're so cheap, and they stall for so long in the early game, and they, like, for 10 cost, being able to beat up on lasers, which cost twice as much, is kind of insane. He's gonna go into APC soon. I mean, look, he's just crushing me in the middle with just dog spam. Alright, so we're going to get a tank. We're going to get the tank onto this pad. He'll probably go Predator next, so I'm going to get lasers to follow up. We should win the missile here, as long as we block this dog, which we missed. Oh, we won the top, so that's okay. Alright, so we need to use lasers whilst they're still valuable. Once this APC comes out, the lasers become trash. And we need to kill this Predator tank, because he's going to try and heal it if I don't. So it's really important to finish that off before he gets Liang value. So we really just kind of want a tank mirror here. Obviously, tank mirroring as NOD isn't ideal because your tanks are weaker than your opponent's tanks. But we do have rifles as an efficient way to kill these missiles from the APC. Talon, interesting, okay. So my tank should win the 1v1, yeah, with the boost. And we'll get some more rifles. I need rifles in as well. And we're gonna go buggy to fight it. Buggy will fight the Talon and the missiles. So send buggy over here and boost it. I don't think it's gonna be in time, but we'll try. Oh, he's not on the pad. Nice. Here comes a Borka. I hate this guy's deck so much. I hate his deck so much. One of my least favorite decks to play against in the whole game. Alright, the Phantom's not actually going to kill the Borka in time, so we might just lose the missile here. Yeah, we're going to lose the missile because the Phantom just doesn't kill the Borka before the missile fires. Well, that sucked, to be honest. That really sucked. Alright, we'll let his Borka bomb nothing. And then we're going to want to go laser, I think. Oh wow, there was a bomb left over. That's annoying. Alright, so this laser is going to lose pretty badly to his tank. Because it's damaged already. We're going to need to go tank for his APC. I don't see how I ever break through this again is the problem. Alright, well, let's give it a go. Boost this. We're going to take out the APC. Get the buggy to take care of the missiles. As you can see, the Liang drone is causing me huge problems again. Yeah, I think we might be dead here. Just can't break through the Liang predators ever. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, throw up against Paul here. He opens wheels, so we're going to go harvester. We need to block his wheels from potentially blocking out the harvester. If we're not careful, his wheels could block our harvester there. Alright, so now we're going to go lasers. We're going to go double laser. He's playing the Fnatic deck, so we're going to go double laser. He's going to go Fnatic. We're going to fight the Fnatics with our rifles, and then we're going to go into buggy. It's a pretty stout. Oh, he's gone triple wheel. Alright. We're going to block this wheel from getting in our lasers. Don't care if the rifles die now. Once he's gone triple wheel, he's committed so hard on the wheels, it doesn't really matter that much. We're going to go buggy here because I'm expecting Fnatics. He's on bikes, so I'll go tank. Our lasers apparently are going to lose to the wheels, despite being like 2v2. It's pretty frustrating. Yeah, okay, wheels just wrecked my lasers. Lasers are such a bad unit, honestly. Oh, he's chems. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Alright, so we're going to have to boost the buggy to kill these chems in time. Actually, looks like we just can't kill them in time. Alright, I'm going to try and get on here. No, can't do it. Alright, never mind. So early game, the chems were too strong for us. We have buggies, but they just can't. They literally can't kill the chems in time. And he's playing chem catship combo. Okay, so we're going to have to go Phantom to fight this. We're going to need to save up a bit. Not sure why he's walking into double buggy here. We'll get the buggies to start working on the chems, on the catship as well. And I'll dodge this cloud. Alright, so we take out the catship pretty easily here. I'm going to get my own catship and boost it to go kill his chems. If I'd known he was going chems, I wouldn't have gone buggy. I would have just gone straight into catship, because that's a heavy enough infantry that I have no choice. Need to be careful with my tank here and not let it die to these bikes, and we'll get a fresh tank as well. And then we'll go rifles because he's going to bring the lasers up. Over there. The rifles on here. Not too fussed about catship. We'll just bring in the Phantom. And we'll boost this because he's going over here with the bikes. Alright, so we should win the missile now. There's a stealth tank, so we'll get another tank, fight that. I want this Phantom to at least kill off the catship. Alright, there we go. And then we'll get another catship, I guess. Probably shouldn't have gone catship, probably should have gone rifles. I saw the chems and I thought catship, but I really just want to kill the lasers. Oh, stank, run away. Run away. Alright, there we go. If he wants to go in against my scorpions, if he wants to go against scorpions, I'm gonna have two of them, so we should get some damage in at least. Nope. Rifles to fight this. Need to use rifles because I'm a little bit low on cash. Come on, we'll get tanks as well. I'm gonna let these rifles die to the cloud. Then we're gonna go buggies. And we need catship for the whatever that's called. Forgotten now. M warriors, that's what I was looking for. Take out the catship, get buggy, get another tank. Gonna see if I can suicide the buggy into the stank. There we go, get a fresh one. Alright, so we need to kill this stealth tank pretty soon. Oh, okay, he just flipped us. That laser lived just long enough to flip us.
Our base has been destroyed.
Rip.
3, 2, 1. New mission.
Okay, so we're gonna open rifles and scout.
Harvester ready.
We've also got rifles, so we'll go second rifle. I don't want to let him stall, really. We're going to move off the pad. I don't really want to give him defender's advantage either, so I'm just going to walk in and start fighting. Split fire here. Don't want to give him one full squad and 1 damage. You'd rather have 2 damage squads for your opponent. Not sure if that's intentionally leaving this guy alone. Yes, he is. Okay, so he's aggressively trying to pop cap. There he goes into Chuggy, so we'll just go straight into tank. Can't really pop cap against it with a Chuggy, to be honest. I don't think you can pop cap in a Chuggy deck. That doesn't really make sense. Especially if he makes it this quickly. Alright, so we're going to block in this Chuggy and just kill it off. Then we'll get our buggy to take care of his lasers. The rifles to support, get another buggy for the flamers. Should be able to win this missile pretty easily here. Boost this in case it doesn't kill the flamers in time. Double buggy should beat his bites. There's also +2 levels, so it could win by a lot. Alright, I was gonna try and suicide these rifles, but now I'm gonna try and use them to hold down there whilst my tank goes up. Alright, I guess we'll get some more rifles, but this should be a pretty easy missile from here. We'll block out these lasers and we should win. Yep, there we go. Cool. And he goes stank. Alright, so we'll back away. Don't want to let our scorpion die to the stank. And we'll get another scorpion, because that's the best answer in our deck to stealth tank. Can also probably just kill lasers with double scorpion. Alright, he's gonna bring the stank over, I'll punish it. Yeah, there we go. Just kill this off. Then we'll go buggies. Get rid of these guys if I can. This stank is this front scorpion is pretty low. Probably need to let it go soon. And we'll go catship. He's also leaving clouds everywhere, so the catship will get some random explosions. Don't want to move into both lasers at once. Here comes the stealth tank. Put the scorpions on it. And we'll spam catships. We should just win the missile here. There we go. Alright. Get on all the pads, win the game. Feels good.
You are victorious. 3, 2, 1. New objective.
Okay, so we're gonna go rifles first again. Pretty much always gonna go rifles first unless we know for a fact our opponent opens wheels. So we see a harvester. Wow, level 10 harvester feels bad, man. And level 10 fanatics. Ooh, never open fanatics. Opening fanatics is a really bad play, and this is exactly why. They cost 30, mine cost 10, and he can't walk into my units. Even at equal levels, the fanatics barely win on offense, so it's a really bad move to make fanatic first. He even has wheels in the deck, so it makes no sense to go fanatic first. Alright, so we're going to get lasers to deal with the wheels, and we're going to get our rifles on the fanatics. Obviously with the +3, it's going to be an absolute slaughter. But, yeah, we'd win this situation anyway, but with the +3, it's not even close. Get a tank down here. Get the rifles up here. Okay, so we take that first missile. The level advantage in this game is actually ridiculous. It isn't even a real game. I'm just going to go and push his harvester. More boost as well. Level 10 harvester will go down ridiculously quickly. Yeah, kind of feel bad. And he's boosted to go after my harvester that's not there. Feels horrendous. Tank. There's a skill tank. It's far to missile, so I'm going to go in. I won't die to 3 missiles even with boost. Even at equal levels I wouldn't, so we'll take that out. Bring the catch-up over to deal with the missiles. But yeah, like I said at the start, not a real game with these level differential. Okay, and yeah, unsurprisingly, game is over. Not a real game though.
Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective
Okay,
received.
as always, rifles first. And harvester, because we don't see anything coming. Level 11 base, feels pretty bad, man. Gonna go and scout what he's up to. Tier barracks, I'll make another rifle squad.
We're ready. Let's go. Let's go. Destroy the GDI.
Alright, so he's opened drone swarm. What kind of monster opens drone swarm? He actually opened barracks, then built a drone swarm. That's insane. So he didn't build anything from the barracks. He just made a barracks and then built a drone swarm and an air tower. So he spent all of his money on air tower and barracks and a drone swarm. Alright, well, we're going to fire the first missile pretty quickly. Here comes an orca. I'm just going to make another buggy. Even if he kills one buggy, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It just doesn't matter. I just bring another one in. It's kind of like, it's not as efficient as bikes. It does okay against the drone swarms because, you know, it attacks so quickly. But it's much worse against orca than bike would be. Okay, so we lose another buggy. And there's second half. Luckily, we're charging the missile. And we're going to go into lasers now. Deal with the orca and the drone swarm. And the important thing is just to keep this missile charging. And we'll keep trying to double team these drone swarms. Until I can afford a phantom. Alright, let's get a phantom out. And we should just win the game here. I mean, it doesn't look like he's that close to his tech. Nope, looks like we just win. Okay, well, tough game, I guess.
Mission accomplished. 3.
Okay, up against Diakas.
New objective available.
So another thing I like about this deck in the metagame is the Tib League map pool is quite a lot of spread out pad maps where you want to be playing like fairly aggressive units. So I think the buggy is really good on those maps because buggy is a pretty good 1v1 unit. And you also have 2 air units. Having air units is powerful on those maps. Okay, so he has shock troopers. We'll try and block for a 2v1. Because he's got shocks, I'm strongly considering going straight into Catalyst Gunship. Alright, we'll let this rifleman die. It is the way it is. He blocked us out. You know, good beats. I'm gonna go Catship. Catship just annihilates shock troopers because it one-shots each model. It's just insanely strong against them. He'll probably go into Pitbull. Oh, he goes into Talon. Oh, that's pretty bad for me. Actually, is that bad for me or is that good for me? I'm gonna make missiles because I can't afford a phantom yet. Oh, this is not looking great. Oh, we're gonna fire it? Yes, just about. Very close though. Very close. Should have gone into buggy. Super punished by him having Talon. This is why it's better to not tech switch first. Because my air tower was not well set up to deal with Talons. But my War Factory has buggy, which could fight Talon and shock. So yeah, if I'd gone War Factory instead, missile would have been easier, I think. But as always, you know, tech switching first is a risk. And I got punished for it there. Alright, let's get the 2 buggies on the shots. The Pitbull just can't kill the buggies in time. Like, it takes them way too long to kill the buggies off. So the buggies can take care of the shots whilst we're waiting. And this is why you play Scorpion Tank in the deck. Because you need to be able to kill off Pitbulls. So your buggies can roam free. I actually think 2 buggies will beat his Pitbull here. So we need to kill the shot before the missile fires. Come on, buggies. Why haven't you retargeted? Oh, it's so good. I thought I'd already retargeted my buggy, but apparently not. Okay, and we should win this missile now. Yeah, nice. Buggy was really good against his deck. He only seemed to have Pitbull that could fight it.
Objective complete.
Okay, up against Mock Ravelli. Don't see any kind of a rush, so move Harvester over here.
Militia here. We're ready to serve. Militia here.
I'm gonna go second rifle.
What's brothers move out?
Don't really want to let him stall, but whatever. Alright, he's kind of moving in. So we'll get the 2 1v1s. We're on defense, so we should win.
Unit ready. Unit offline. What's needed?
Alright, so we should have brought our third rifle into the middle as well. That was a small misplay. I don't think it's going to punish us too badly. No, it doesn't look like it's going to. Once this one dies, we'll go buggy. See, now this last game, the opponent went... we went catship first, and our opponent went Talon. And we didn't have a good answer to Talon. This game, the opponent has gone Talon. So now we can just go straight into buggies and kill the Talon with buggies. Alright, there's double half, so we want to be pretty careful. We'll be pretty aggressive with the charging of the missile. We're also going to go tank and send it over here, because I'm clearly going to win the missile at this point. That's my read, at least, anyway. There's no way he gets on all 3 pads before the missile fires. But pretty safe to just go straight into a tank here and try and harass the halves. Alright. We'll get the buggy to clean out this missile squad. Get the tank to support. Tank does surprisingly good damage to the missiles. Didn't manage to get through the gap, unfortunately, so we're going to keep the tank as close as possible. There we go. Now the tank is in there. We'll start killing these. As you can see, I've left a buggy on the pad. I really want to make sure that we're still charging this missile. So tank goes down to an Orca. We're going to make another tank. Probably shouldn't have made another tank, actually. That was probably a misplay. It's a little bit too expensive and there's no targets for it. And he'll almost certainly make Talons to counter this catship, so... Oh, a Sandstorm. Exciting. Alright, so we're going to boost the Scorpion, and we're going to run away from the Orca, and we're going to make some missiles. Wow, the boosted Scorpion just wrecked that Sandstorm completely. Sandstorm is so bad since the nerf. Alright, this should be a pretty easy win from here. I didn't see what level the Sandstorm was, but I think it was like 12, so it wasn't that big a difference in levels. It just got smashed by my tank.
You are victorious.
Alright, cool. So there you go, guys. Okay, guys, a little bit of bonus content for you. One of my fans sent me a 3D printed obelisk. So here it is, guys. 3D, he's even written Frobelisk on the back. That's the meme, it's the Frobelisk. And not only is it a 3D printed model of an obelisk, but it also does this. Hang on a second. It lights up. So there you go, guys. Obelisk of Light. Nod's most powerful tool. Kane lives and all that. Pretty fucking awesome. So thanks a lot for that, my dude. That is Superman who sent me that one, so thanks a lot, bud. Hope you guys think that's awesome. I think it's pretty awesome. Hope you guys enjoy that. There you go, guys. There's some games with 2 of the ladder decks I'm playing right now. We've got the Sniper deck. Although currently I think this is actually the best GDI deck. And the NOD deck with Catship, which I think is pretty good. Like I was saying at the start, you can play this instead. You can also play Seth instead of Oksana, but Oksana's pretty good with this deck. There's a lot of units you want to boost. So yeah, I do think there's actually a bunch of viable NOD decks. I think this is a pretty good deck. I think this is pretty good. I think this is pretty good. There's the Agent Shadow deck still, which is like a classic Fnatic Shade deck, which looks like this. Although most people are playing Seth now, because I think Seth is better in this metagame. GDI, on the other hand, it feels like there's not too many good decks. There's the APC deck. There's like Sniper style decks. There's like Solomon aggressive decks, but I'm not a big fan of those. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of ladder play, and I'll see you next time.